Miller's Girl is a drama film. This one has Martin Freeman as Jonathan Miller. He is a teacher at a school, and a young girl named Kyra develops a crush on him, not because of her own, but because of her best friend Winnie, who's also flirting with Boris Fillmore. He is the physics teacher. So the two girls plot to seduce their teachers, just for sexual liberation, really, not because of love, but it becomes murky waters later when Kyra starts stroking his ego about his book and coming early to class and going to a reading or something off class and at lunch and helping him with extracurricular activities, to the point of them having an affair. And of course he gets caught, not because of anything crazy. It's just because in order to give her an advantage, Miller gives her the assignment for the exam. It's basically to write a short story in the prose and style of a famous author. So Kyra decides to choose like a sexual story based off of them in the vein of Henry Miller. And obviously that author is banned from most schools, and that sort of pushes Miller into a corner, and then Kyra wants to destroy him. So this is written and directed by Jade Haley Bartlett. It's a debut film, a little bit scattered because we've kind of seen this before. This is kind of like the setup of a stalker movie from the 90s or 2000s, like Hand That Rocks the Cradle or The Crush, or any of those ones where, you know, the husband cheats on the wife and then thinks it's okay, and then the stalker lady, usually a lady or sometimes a man, will you know, start making threatening phone calls, or, you know, threaten the dog, and it usually ends up with someone getting killed. This movie doesn't have that, though. It's really slow to start. We don't get our romance until about 30 minutes into the film, and then it starts to fall apart about the hour mark. But then the movie quickly doesn't have anywhere to go, really. I mean, it's a pretty simple narrative. You know, man cheats on his wife with student. It's inappropriate. But then the student decides to go, you know, a little bit darker, but not really, and then it just sort of ends. So it's kind of a anticlimactic kind of movie, but it's also just got some really bad dialogue in it. Didn't like some of the metaphors in there, like Kyra comparing him to gas station sushi. And there's also the other teacher and student, you know, they maybe have a thing as well, so they get roped into it, and it's just not a particularly interesting narrative. And didn't quite dig this one. Good cast, but they don't get to do much, and I didn't like the voiceover either, and not much of an ending. So overall, Miller's Girl disappointment. I give it a 3 out of 10.